Have you ever wondered what it would be like if everyone in the world spoke the same language? This thought-provoking question gives birth to the intriguing concept of a universal language. Picture this, a world where everyone, irrespective of their geographic location, could effortlessly communicate in a common tongue. It's a notion that redefines the way we perceive communication and global relations. Now, you might be thinking, isn't this just a far-fetched idea? Interestingly enough, the concept is not entirely new. There have been attempts to construct universal languages, like Esperanto, aiming to bridge the communication gap among different linguistic communities. How would this impact our daily life, you ask? Imagine the ease of traveling, the simplicity of international business, the amplification of cross-cultural understanding. The possibilities are as enticing as they are endless. Imagine a world where language barriers simply do exist. This is the world of a universal language. If you're enjoying our content and want to hear more about intriguing concepts don't forget to like and subscribe. Picture this, a world where everyone speaks and understands the same language. Enchanting, isn't it? The first advantage that springs to mind is the ease of communication. You could travel to any corner of the world and be able to communicate with everyone you meet. From the bustling streets of Tokyo to the serene landscapes of rural Kenya, language barriers would be a thing of the past. A universal language could also foster global unity. Imagine the entire world, all 7.8 billion of us, speaking the same language. We would be more connected than ever, fostering a sense of togetherness and shared identity. This shared language could become a bridge linking diverse cultures and fostering mutual understanding and respect. In the realm of learning and education, a universal language simplifies the process. No longer would students have to grapple with learning multiple languages unless they chose to do so. The focus could shift to other vital areas of learning, potentially leading to a more rounded and comprehensive education. Moreover, international business and politics would become more efficient. With everyone speaking the same language, misunderstandings due to language differences would reduce significantly. Negotiations would be smoother, agreements would be reached quicker, and the world of international relations could potentially become more harmonious. A universal language could potentially pave the way for a more unified global community. The possibilities are as intriguing as they are endless. However, as with any concept, there are potential drawbacks to consider. The idea of a single global tongue, while seemingly advantageous, brings with it a set of challenges that could reshape our world in unexpected ways. Firstly, let's consider cultural diversity. Languages are deeply intertwined with the cultures they come from, carrying the history, beliefs, and traditions of their people. A universal language could potentially erase this rich tapestry of cultural identities, leading to a loss of our diverse heritage. The world would lose poetry, stories, and wisdom that can only be fully conveyed in their native tongues. Secondly, there's the risk of linguistic imperialism. If one language becomes dominant, it could lead to the suppression of other languages, particularly those spoken by marginalized communities. This could further exacerbate social and economic inequalities. Lastly, the practicality of creating and implementing such a language is a massive undertaking. Would it be a completely new language, a blend of existing ones, or would we choose one language to rule them all? Who decides? The process of teaching this language globally would also be an enormous, likely insurmountable, challenge. In essence, while the idea of a universal language is captivating, it's not without its drawbacks. While it may simplify communication, a universal language could also lead to the extinction of linguistic diversity and cultural heritage. So, what can we take away from this exploration of a universal language? We've traversed the fascinating landscape of a world united by a single tongue. We've seen the potential for an unprecedented ease of communication, fostering global unity, and how this could accelerate progress in many fields. Imagine the sharing of ideas, the collaboration, the breaking down of barriers that such a language could facilitate. Yet, we've also contemplated the potential loss. The rich tapestry of linguistic diversity could become a monochrome canvas. Each language, after all, holds within it a unique worldview, a distinct way of seeing and interpreting reality. In a world of one language, we risk losing these precious perspectives. But perhaps there's a middle ground, a universal language that coexists with local dialects, keeping the flame of cultural diversity alive while also bridging gaps between nations. Whether a universal language would be a blessing or a curse, it certainly offers food for thought.